This haul has been a long time coming. From rare Middle Eastern treasures to niche powerhouses I've been eyeing for years. I finally got my hands on them. Whether you're a layering queen or a gourmand lover or just obsessed with opulence, this one's for you. Let's get into the scents that made me gasp, swoon, and fall in love all over again. So guys, first up on my fragrance haul is one from Abdul Al Qurashi. Now this fragrance was a blind buy and a successful blind buy. I purchased this about 2-3 months ago. Now this house is family run and it's been around for over 150 years. I think close to 180 years it's been creating perfume, which is amazing, and their blends are exquisite, and this one is no exception. I do have caramel powder from this house, obsessed with that one. Then I thought, you know what, let me try gold amber. It sounded interesting. There's not much on the notes, but gold amber is this rich, warm, ambery scent wrapped in spicy heat. Now that spicy heat to my nose feels like black pepper and possibly saffron, which is a little bit metallic, just a touch. Lots of soft woods and lots of sensual musks. This is not animalic. This is a really nice kind of spicy fragrance. If you like a spicy frag that's unisex, slightly masculine leaning with some sweet musk in there, this is deep and very addictive. A blind buy success. I have become quite addicted to this house. Again, it's Abdul Al Qurashi. I got this from Doha, but I have seen some of these on eBay. Do be really careful with eBay because there's a lot of scammers out there. You'll have to do your due diligence and research to make sure that what you're buying is an authentic item. Again, this is a beautiful fragrance made in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, and I have zero regrets. And that is Gold Amber by Abdul Al Qurashi. Next up is one from Arabian Oud, and this is Arabian Oud Madawi Gold. This is the 40-year edition. This fragrance, gorgeous. When I first smelled it, I had to have it. I smelled this, I think, last year. Yeah, it was last year. And I purchased it this year, a few months back. This fragrance, first of all, let's look at the bottle, because the bottle is quite beautiful. Very different to the one that's the original, which is the all black one. A nice gold border. The bottle's really heavy. I mean, the cap I think is plastic, but it's got some weight to it. Really stunning bottle, and the juice inside, beautiful. So this opens up with a musky, powdery fruitiness and becomes like more vanillic as it dries down. Now the pineapple in here is a little muted, kind of reminiscent of like those pineapple cubes, the sweets from the you know, those penny sweets from back in the day. You've got the cola cubes and you have the pineapple cubes. This is giving pineapple cubes. It's candy, it's sweet, it's a tad sticky, there's light hints of spice and plenty of vanilla in this one. I'm a big fan. I do prefer it to the original. It's not too sweet, it's perfectly sweet, would smell great on a male or a female, and the projection and longevity is gargantuan with this one. And that is Madawi Gold 40 years edition. Stunning fragrance, highly recommend. Next up is from the house of Xerjoff. This is Dolce Amalfi. This one is not what I was expecting. You think Dolce Amalfi, look at the colour of the bottle, and you're thinking citruses, something light, fresh, like a nice freshie. It's not that. It's a nice fragrance, but it's different. It's quince and cloves, very heavy on the cloves, and with that Toulouse balsam gives this kind of bubblegummy, juicy fruit, slight sour and tart situation going on in here. I actually quite like it, but they are the major players in this fragrance. The balsamic juicy fruit gum situation is swiftly followed by cardamom that's adding sweetness, not necessarily in the form of smoke, just pure sweetness. The dry down has a pronounced vanillic with some ambery tones. I've not worn it much, maybe once or twice. I do need some more time with it. I feel like this would be better suited for spring, autumn, I think that would be the best time to wear this. It might be a bit too sweet for summer, but I will come back to this in autumn and see how I get on. So next up we have one from a house called Como Lake. I'm assuming it's Italian. First of all, this bottle is stunning. She is ombre. Down here it's a lovely dark kind of green, and it goes up to this kind of acid, kind of see-through yellow. Really beautiful. It does kind of give lake vibes, you know, like when you go deep into the lake it's kind of dark, and as you come to the top it gets lighter. So it's a nice ombre effect in the bottle. The lid is like that, the Lake Como there. So this is called Note d'Amore. Now this fragrance has beautiful use of rich and ripe chocolate covered plums. The plums are sweet, fresh and fleshy. Now that makes a smooth transition into a soft and addictive oud and tobacco with lots of sweet oranges. The oud here is more woody. The florals are pollen-esque with a touch of honey as well. Gorgeous fragrance. I've worn her once or twice. I'm not a fan of chocolate in fragrances, especially if they're too realistic, but with the citruses and the tobacco and the oud, it kind of takes away from that, and the chocolate is there. It adds this kind of slight bitter sweetness. Beautiful fragrance. Highly recommend. Would be great this time of year, in fact all year round. I'm glad I have it. I got it for a really good deal. I'm not sure what website I got it from, but I paid under £50 for this, which is a bloody bargain because I think it retails for over 100, and that is Como Lake Note d'Amore. Here we have one that I've been eyeing up for the longest time. This is from the house of Diptyque, Eau Duelle. This one is a stunner of a fragrance. Opens with Elemi and bergamot, and I am a sucker for Elemi. If you've been watching my videos, you know me speak about this piney, resinous, gorgeous, yummy, sweet citrus balsamic note many a times. So it opens with Elemi and bergamot, with this aromatic kind of piney nuance, with some heat from the cardamom and pink pepper. And that pink pepper is adding heat, but it's also bringing this kind of lemony nuance as well, which kind of adds to heighten up the elemi and the bergamot. They have copious amounts of vanilla with a healthy dose of sweet, herbaceous green tea. I love a tea fragrance, and this fragrance is everything I love in a fragrance in one bottle. There is a parfum version. I prefer the Toilette. It's sweeter and it's fresher, and it's perfect for hot days like we're having in the UK at the moment. It's been said that it's going to be up to 31 on the weekend, so I will be donning this on my scarf. And that is Eau Duelle by Diptyque. So up next in my fragrance haul is Rosendo Mateu No. 5 Elixir. Because of the plaque and the lighting, you probably can't really see the writing, but anywho, this one is interesting. Now, I love this house. I have quite a few from this house and obsessed. But what I find really interesting, I have the original, and while I was making the comparisons with the two, I noticed that I became instantly nose blind to No. 5, the original, which is strange as the original is a powerhouse of a scent. But what I can say is that everything in the Elixir is way more pronounced. What you can really smell is the fruitiness is more heightened, the strawberries from the fruitiness. The vanilla is given more sweetness, and the double dose of amber adds this richness to the fragrance. This is warm, it's sweet, and it's resinous. But side by side, I just can't smell this. It's like it has no smell. It's the weirdest thing. But then if I wore No. 5 by itself without spraying the Elixir, it becomes a powerhouse again. Like, what is going on? It is so weird. But No. 5 and No. 4 are my favorite from the Rosendo Mateu lineup, and then quickly followed by 1970. I will do a house review because I have quite a few from this house. It's got some fingerprints on there. I have quite a few from this house, and I would like to share what my thoughts on some of the fragrances. But yeah, gorgeous fragrances, both of them. It's just weird that I can't smell this if I have this on or if I spray this in a room. It's just so bizarre. But that is Rosendo Mateu No. 5 Elixir. Oh, this was actually launched this year. So I found out about this at the end of last year, being launched in January or February of this year, and I got this in March. So again, everything that you see in this video was not bought in 1 month or in 1 week or in 1 day. It was purchased over several months. Yeah, so that's Rosendo Mateu number 5 Elixir. Up next is from the House of Sospiro. This is Il Padrino. This one, first of all, the bottle is gorgeous. It's my first one from the house. It's got lots of embossed Sospiro around the neck of the bottle, the base of the neck, and then the cap's quite weighty. It's plastic inside. You've got Sospiro here again, very reminiscent of the old Xerjoff bottles with the flocking. Lovely brownish color, plaque here, really beautiful fragrance. This was a blind buy. I read the notes, had a few reviews, was like, I need you. So I blind purchased this, and I have zero regrets for this fragrance. So the opening is this blast of blackcurrant, rum and amaretto. The amaretto in here is giving this muted kind of sweet, powdery, soft almond situation that I quite like. As it dries down, it gets a bit more powdery, it gets sweeter. The blackcurrant is still there, but it's not as potent. The amaretto and the rum is there, but then you get vanilla as well. It's beautiful. It's boozy, it's sweet, it's fruity, it's everything you could want in a fragrance. Perfect for now. I think all year round, to be fair. Like, I would wear her in every season. Great compliments from this one. I even got sniffed at by a colleague who buried her head in my scarf and deeply inhaled and was like, what is that? And I explained it was Il Padrino by Sospiro. Gorgeous fragrance, highly recommend. Get yourself a sample of this. Funny enough, I noticed online that Beauty Base in Westfields is now stocking Sospiro. Interesting. So maybe you could go there to one of the Westfields in London or wherever and just give it a little sniff. And that is Il Padrino by Sospiro. So here we have one by Xerjoff. I do love this house, and I have a few from this house. If you want to check out my collection of Xerjoff, I do have a Xerjoff ranking video. The ones in this video will not be on there because these are new. So back to Viva Cavour 1. This fragrance is another gorgeous offering from the house. An oriental gourmand, a sweet and sour fruity opening. Then the roses in amber has this slight kind of nuances of Peregrina by Tamim. Ever so slight. They are not the same. It's just reminiscent of. And then there's some tangy fruits, chocolate and oud, which pulls the scent in a different direction, which is a very well harmonized sweet and sour fragrance. This scent is very addictive, really gorgeous, there's a little bit of greenness in there as well. Sweet, very sweet. I think you've got a Bulgarian rose and Moroccan rose in there as well. Gorgeous fragrance, would be great on a night out. I am someone that loves a rose fragrance, and my nose loves this one. And definitely get yourself a sample, or you can go to Harrods and go and check this out. Give it a good old sniff. I think you can buy samples on Notino as well. A gorgeous rose, chocolate and tangy fruits. The chocolate is not too much, it adds sweetness and depth. The oud is there to give it a Middle Eastern vibe as well. Again, it is sweet and sour, but this is really gorgeous, and I just love their bottles. Like, can you see what I mean? They're very similar. I think way back when these were partnered together and they kind of separated. But yeah, gorgeous fragrances. Viva Cavour number 1. I think that's the address of one of their boutiques in Italy as well. Again, gorgeous fragrance. Get yourself a sample. Get your nose on this. Do not blind buy. Beautiful fragrance, and that is Xerjoff Viva Cavour. So up next we have one from Clinique. This one is Aromatics in white. This fragrance, wow. Absolutely stunning. A lovely kind of musky, patchouli, violet leaf adding freshness, a slight greenness as well. Rose, patchouli, musk, and some greenness from the violet leaf. This fragrance is stunning. Definitely has a Middle Eastern vibe to it. I remember when I used to work in House of Fraser in Westfields, White City, and the Clinique counter was near my counter. I worked in beauty, and a lot of the Middle Eastern customers that would come during the summer period, they come to the Clinique and they would buy like 5 of these, 5 of the black ones, maybe a couple of the original Elixir. And what they tend to do is not only do they buy for themselves, but they buy for family members, and they actually layer Western fragrances with their blended ouds at home to create a unique scent for the family, which I think is really cool. So they just buy these in like copious amounts, and I'm just like, wow. So I bought myself one because I remember smelling it years ago, and I saw it for a really good deal, and the sales are on, and I decided to purchase this. So this one has become my fragrance condiment. Now, what I mean by that is I use hot sauce on everything. Bajan pepper sauce, I love. And this is my Bajan pepper sauce, which I layer with everything. And that is because mostly everything in my collection is oriental, like an oriental base, whether it be a floral, a freshy, a woody, even a gourmand. There is an oriental element, and this would just work well with all of them. I've layered it with Rosendo Mateu number 5. These two work really well together. I've layered it with Il Padrino, fantastic. I've layered it with, what else I layer it with? If I can reach it. Madawi Gold, these two, stunning. It just works. And one that's coming up shortly, I've layered it with Donna, Karan, Cashmere, Palo, Santo. This is also a recent acquisition. I will be speaking about this shortly, but these two together are my favorite combination. Absolutely insane. Like, you can't wear this out and about because you will get kidnapped. This fragrance, these two together, sensational. But more about this later. But yeah, so that's what I mean by my condiment. I can wear it by itself or add it to any other of my fragrances in my collection, and it just works. This is my fragrance condiment, my hot sauce, and that is Aromatics in White by Clinique. Being someone who completely adores roses in fragrances, the one coming up next brings me absolute pure pleasure and joy to the senses, and that is Portrait of a Lady by Frederic Malle. This fragrance, oh my days. Every note you could possibly pair with a rose is in this scent, and I love to bask in the glory of this fragrance. A gargantuan rose fragrance, once worn, will make you stand 10 feet tall, strutting your stuff like Beyonce at Beychella. This fragrance is gorgeous. I know it's changed over the years. It's not as potent as it used to be, but it's still a banger. It's undeniable. Lovely, simplistic packaging. This stuff projects and lasts all day and will make you fall in love with a note of rose. And I've noticed in my collection, I have a lot of rose fragrances, like ridiculous amounts. And I probably will do a video on my top 50 rose fragrances. I think I've got about 50, maybe even more, that's got rose in it. But this fragrance, definitely in the top 5 in terms of roses. And that is Portrait of a Lady by Dominique European. I got this in Liberty in the sales. Yeah, great fragrance, highly recommend. I got the 50 ml because I don't really have space for any hundreds, but I'm glad I have her. I will definitely repurchase maybe the fuller size, the full 100 mils when this one finishes. I'm even contemplating the lotion and the shower gel and the candle because I like it that much. Again, Portrait of a Lady by Dominique European. So we have Donna Karan's Cashmere and Palo Santo. A blind buy success. This fragrance was not readily available in the UK, but I was able to find it on sale in Fennec and I snapped it up. I've been wanting this for over a year, since it first was relaunched. But I couldn't get it. I couldn't find it anywhere in the UK. And nowhere in America was delivering to the UK. So I'll just wait, I'll be patient. And I found it on Fennec and I snapped it up, and it was on sale as well. And I got it a couple of weeks ago. Now, a woody opening, reminiscent of a Middle Eastern style fragrance, quickly followed by a sweet, nectarous kind of peach, deep ambery touches from the labdanum, and lots of warmth from the vanilla that complements the balsamic touches from the labdanum, and this comforting muskiness which comes from the Cashmere woods. This fragrance is absolutely stunning. The bottle's gorgeous, really stunning, very heavy. The cap is magnetic, as you can hear, really gorgeous. And yeah, again, I paired it with this. These two together are so intoxicating. Be warned, if you wear this out in public, you are going to get kidnapped, okay? You're going to get nabbed, because this is too dangerous of a combo to be wearing out in public, because, yeah, dynamite. And that's Cashmere and Palo Santo by Donna Karan. And it's from their Cashmere collection. I think they've got 6. A new one has come out. It's a vanilla one. I have my eye on it, so let's see. But yeah, gorgeous fragrance. I got it in Fennec in the sale. It was reduced to like 120, 26, I can't remember. And I think it was 140 before. And I thought, you know what, I really want this, I'm just going to get it. And yeah, I'm enjoying it a lot. I've used quite a few times actually. And again, these two paired with each other, stunning. Last but certainly not least is one from Chopard. I've wanted this one for a couple years and finally found it at a decent price. Now, this opens with pomegranate and spices. Sweet, tart, a bit fleshy, and the spices just mix really well with the pomegranate. There's also like a non-animalic honey that mixes so well with the other two, and what you're left with is a very divine kind of scent. There's also tea in here, and the tea adds freshness, which is needed to add this offering of slight green earthiness, and it's really pleasant. And every now and then I do get this sour note that dances in between the duration of this scent. That's fascinating and intoxicating all at the same time. I love this fragrance, and I'm so happy that I have it in my collection, because I have nothing like this, and that pomegranate in here is just a wowzer for me. Stunning fragrance. I got it on sale. The longevity, and even on skin alone, is insane. You could spray your skin, you could have a shower, and you can still smell it on your skin. It's stunning, and I will be adorning my body with this one this year. Malle d'Arabie, and Malle, I'm not even sure if I'm pronouncing that right, but Malle means honey. That's my haul, and trust me, these are not just pretty bottles, they're full-on scent experiences. Which one would you try first, or have you already met your match in one of these beauties? Don't forget to like, comment your favorite, and subscribe for more luxe fragrance content.